Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So quick message before we get into tonight's reading. Personal readings are now open for a limited time. If that's something that you feel called to receive, you can find all of that information posted in the description box below, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. I have a love message from your person, so I will be pulling from this deck here just to see how your person is currently feeling, how they are currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as any other important messages that they may have for you at this time, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message directly from their heart space. Okay, so the first message we have here is the energy is too intense. Wow, okay. So if you're wondering how your masculine is feeling about your connection at this time, this is how they feel. I'm picking up on a very specific masculine energy, okay? One who is extremely unapologetic in who they are. This is someone who it's coming through as if they have no filter, okay? Some of the things that they say and do may very well shock you, Divine Feminine, or catch you completely off guard. And this is because this masculine is extremely comfortable with you, okay? Extremely comfortable and carefree in how they live their lives, but especially how they navigate this connection, okay? I just got judgment-free zone. So this is how they view you. But I'm picking up that recently, your person has kind of changed their pace with you, okay? Where your connection used to feel extremely warm, your person could be coming off a little cold. And if you notice this, Divine Feminine, your energy is coming through very, very observant, also very intuitive, because this is something that they don't want you to know, or something that they're hoping that you don't pick up on here, okay? But recently, something has happened, and your person is having moments where they're feeling very intense rush of energy. And this is happening randomly, okay? So they could be at work, they could be going throughout their day trying to handle their business, and all of a sudden they're feeling something very, very powerful, and it's literally stopping them in their tracks. And what really has their attention about the way that they're feeling right now is that it's taking them out of their natural disposition, okay? So where they normally feel really carefree, they don't really have any worries, a really effortless kind of flow that I'm picking up on just within their lives, or how they live their lives, but more importantly, how they feel with you. It's making them feel the opposite of that, okay? It definitely has them worried in some kind of way. And this is tied to your connection. So something definitely has their attention, and it definitely has them feeling some kind of way, which may be reflected in how they are responding to you and your energy at this time, okay? I'm also getting that if there's someone around them that they confide in about you, Divine Feminine, they're definitely asking them, you know, questions, trying to really figure out what it is that they're feeling, or why they're feeling this way, okay? But something definitely has them deeply worried. And the fact that they even feel this way is enough to send off alarm signals, because they never really question their own actions, okay? But this definitely feels urgent. And your energy is heavily influencing this. So whatever you're doing at this time, Divine Feminine, whether this be in your personal life or something that's directly related to your masculine or your connection, it's affecting them, okay? And it's making them question themselves, okay? So I feel like this is something that they don't want you to know. I feel like this is something that they definitely may be trying to navigate through by themselves right now, because they don't want to bring this to your attention, or they don't want to openly discuss it until they can properly dissect this. But the energy within your connection is moving and changing swiftly at this time, okay? And the energy alone is making your masculine feel this on just a very, very heightened level. And depending on how energetically bonded you are, divine feminine, whether you are in physical connection, whether you are in separation, at a distance from one another, you can probably feel this too, okay? Because I'm getting clearly that the pace of the connection has shifted, and this is something that you are paying attention to, because I'm getting very observant feminine energy. So you know your person, okay? You know how they respond to you. You pick up on their nonverbal cues. You both are very, very observant and very, tapped into one another energetically in that way, okay? So this may have both of you kind of raising your eyebrows. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message we have is, I keep having flashbacks of us. Wow, so this explains that heavy level of intensity that they're feeling right now. Divine feminine, you may not be aware of this, but your masculine is hiding the fact that they're currently having very intrusive thoughts of you, okay? And these thoughts feel intrusive because they don't have any control over when this is happening or what it is that they're being shown. And these thoughts that they're getting are very vivid, okay? I just got real time, okay? So they can literally feel like they are reliving certain moments when they happen for the very, very first time. And this is catching them completely off guard because they're trying to figure out what this means. They're trying to figure out why this is happening to them in this way. And the things that they're seeing, divine feminine, are really pulling on them, okay? Because it's literally like they're watching a movie of you both, like as it's happening. So they're paying attention to your interactions, the chemistry, okay, your intimate moments, your physical intimacy, your emotional intimacy, even moments where maybe you didn't see eye to eye within the connection. And I'm also getting something here about the heart chakra, heavy heart chakra activity that they're feeling right now. And this is due to the heavy emotional response that they're having to whatever this is they're being shown. You may be picking up on this as well, divine feminine. And this can manifest as either like a physical sensation or just an overall feeling of your person's presence, okay? You could also be seeing the same thoughts, okay? This could be in the dream state. Maybe you're having certain visions here, even while you're at a distance from your masculine. So you both could be genuinely wondering what's happening, okay? And usually this happens, your person will see flashbacks or you'll see very vivid moments when your soul is trying to bring your attention to things that, need to be processed from a higher level of consciousness. So this is definitely a masculine who has grown. And there's something that was overlooked. There's something that they didn't see, something that they didn't pay attention to. But this is their energy. What's being highlighted to them right now are their own actions, how they interacted with you, okay? How their energy meshed with you, even how you both aligned on this journey, okay? And the way that it's coming through is that they have a totally different view of your connection, literally from the beginning to where you are right now, okay? And so as they're having these thoughts, they're like scanning through these moments in time and seeing them with a very, very fresh perspective, okay? And they're having a very intense emotional response to this, okay? Whatever it is, it feels like they're literally watching it for the first time. So things that maybe they overlooked, things that they did, things that they said, it literally has their attention and it has them kind of stuck, okay? So yeah, these thoughts that they're having of you, Divine Feminine, are catching them off guard. They could be catching them, you know, midday, mid-conversation. The way that it's coming through, it's like it's happening all of a sudden. It feels intrusive. It feels like, you know, they don't really have control over when this is happening, how much this is happening. This has literally become the center of their day. They're really trying to decode this while also trying to navigate the connection in a way where you won't be privy to what it is they're experiencing emotionally and spiritually, okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. Very intense energy coming through with this reading. The next message I have is, I risked it all for you. Wow. Okay, so if you're resonating with this message so far, Divine Feminine, you definitely feel like your masculine has changed over time, okay? Or if your connection has diminished a little bit. For some of you, you feel like your connection may be hanging on by a thread, okay? And maybe this is something that you've tried to overlook, but it's definitely been eating away at you lately, simply because you don't have a solid understanding of what's happening, okay? And I'm picking up on a connection that was really built on pure honesty, okay? Maybe you both were even a little too honest with one another, but there is such a beautiful level of authenticity that you both entered this connection with, okay? And that's one of the things that is being highlighted here about you, Divine Feminine. One of the things that your person really loves about you is that they feel such a level of comfort. And I keep getting like judgment-free zone, okay? So you're someone that they're able to be 100% themselves with no matter what. But that's changed recently, okay? And you feel like something about them is a little bit different in how they engage you. It's almost like they don't readily or easily express themselves to you, and this is why. Your masculine feels like you have no idea how much they actually risked to be with you. But it's coming through much deeper than that. And the images that they're seeing of themselves in real time is making them feel so many things at once, because they feel like their energy wasn't properly received by you, okay? Or maybe not fully understood as deeply as they wanted it to be. So if they were to be 100% honest with you, this is somebody who entered this connection on pure faith and nothing else, okay? For some of them, there were huge barriers standing in the way. And these barriers could have manifested as a person, a place, or a thing. But whatever this barrier was, they're viewing it as a massive one, okay? One that could have been posed as a threat to this connection, something that could have been totally blocking them in this way. But the way their energy is coming through, this is powerful masculine energy. Whatever this barrier was, they did not care, okay? This is someone that jumped all in. The way that they felt about you completely took over, and they literally pushed everything else to the back burner, okay? So this is the energy of a masculine who allowed their feelings for you to kind of override anything that may have been standing in the way of them having this opportunity to experience your love, okay? And you'll know this message is for you, Divine Feminine, because this is a connection that moved super fast, okay? Physically, emotionally, maybe both. And you both felt like this is someone that you've known for your whole life. They feel like, this masculine feels like the things that you did together and the things that you discussed were way deeper and maybe even way more intimate than they should have been, okay? But there was such an effortless energy that they felt with you. So they kind of just rolled with it because they felt like you felt the same way. You were matching their energy, okay, coming into this. So as they're having these thoughts, it's making them emotional, not only because of where you may be right now in your journey. For some of you, you could be at a distance. You could be at like a rough patch here. because I just keep getting like hanging on by a thread. It's like something, you know, standing in between the both of you, but you both simply don't want to let go of this connection, okay? You definitely feel like there's something here, okay? And it's kind of like they feel like they didn't think everything all the way through, okay? The energy coming through right now is very impulsive. Maybe they didn't think about what it would actually look like to be with you in this way. But this is someone who definitely feels like they took a major risk in pursuing you, Divine Feminine. And the fact that you're either at a distance or the connection didn't pan out the way that they thought is extremely upsetting to them. And it's made them question the validity of this connection many, many times, okay? Because now they're wondering, what was the force that they felt, or what was this intense urge that made them go after you in this way, okay? That energy that they felt that made them had to have you, okay? And oftentimes it's really painful for them to even think about, so they stuff it down. A lot of them may even adopt this kind of out of sight, out of mind attitude when it comes to you, okay? But if they were to be completely honest, it really bothers them because deep down in their heart space, they knew that they were right about you, okay? And where you are right now maybe has them feeling as if they were wrong. So if you're wondering why your person's overall disposition has changed, this is why, okay? They feel like they took a huge risk in being with you and loving you, okay? Even aligning with you on this journey. And what's also being highlighted is that they knew that this connection with you, Divine Feminine, would not be something that they would be able to walk away from, okay? They knew that, you know, this separation, this hard patch, whatever it is that you're going through would hurt them in ways that you can't even imagine, okay? And so if you're at a distance right now, your person can feel the effect in ways that you can't even imagine, okay? So if you're at a distance, this masculine can feel the effects of this just as much as you, or maybe even more, okay? Wow. Let's get the next message here. The next message we have is, do you know how hard this is for me? Yeah, when it comes to you, Divine Feminine, they approach this whole thing knowing that there will be no going back. Okay, so whatever they consider to be a normal or a 3D relationship or a connection, they knew that they would never be able to return to that side of life. And I feel like this energy is being highlighted here because this is a huge concern for those who are on the journey and who are in separation specifically, okay? You deeply wonder, even though you may not express this, maybe you have not even verbalized this, you know, to your person, even to yourself. But you may wonder what actually happens when you're at a distance from your person. You wonder if you're at a distance because of a higher power, okay? Because you've been separated for a much deeper purpose, maybe to heal, to purge, to unlearn things from the programming that you've picked up on your personal journey. But something here that's sticking out is that you deeply wonder if your person is capable of having a connection that resembles yours in any kind of way. Or if anyone has the ability to pull on their heartstrings like you do. And more importantly, if they're even able to allow anyone else to have such a deep level of access to them in the way that you do. And the truth is that this connection that they have with you is one of one, okay? It's something that's so simple, yet it's very, very complex. And they couldn't duplicate this if they wanted to, okay? And your person's energy is coming through here a little defensive, okay? Very intense, very, very, just like a different range of emotions right now. Because that's how they feel about your connection. It literally makes them feel every single emotion. They even feel like they have to defend it even when they don't want to, or even when they're at a distance from you. And I just got past life very clearly. So for some of you, you feel like this is a person that you've been with for many, many lifetimes. Divine Feminine, I feel like this is definitely giving you a look into your masculine's mental and emotional process right now on the journey, and they genuinely want you to know how hard this is for them. They want to know if you even have an idea of what it is that they go through, you know, in their lives, in their minds, within their heart space, because they don't think that you do. And mainly because they feel like you don't know how you affect them. They feel like you don't know the power of your own energy, okay? But they want you to know that you have exposed them to something that's priceless, something that they can't find anywhere else. And so to be stripped from that, or to feel like you don't have full access to that, okay, when the communication is kind of dwindling out, or, you know, when there's a lag in the communication, or when the vibe is just simply off, it really, really affects them. And when they look out into the world and feel as if nothing else compares or measures up to what it is that you share, they feel extreme pain, okay, emotionally. And it's almost as if this is something that they need you to know, or something that they would like to communicate with you when the opportunity presents itself, okay? So you may feel like there have been many things that happen where you have to sort of fill in the blanks. And they don't want this to be the energy in your connection anymore, because it's definitely doing something to the dynamic, okay? And it's not reflective of how you both feel. And so I'm getting this energy where you've been definitely questioning your person's experience, or even if their process while they're at a distance from you, okay, is similar to yours, but they want you to come through, or even a higher power wants you to know, because this is giving you like an overview or an overlook, letting you know that they're not exempt from the healing aspect, okay, of this connection, because they're definitely in this place where their emotions are pulling on them intensely at this time, because they're kind of designed to operate from a place of action and solution. And so if they feel like they can fix it immediately, then they will. But them sitting here and feeling their emotions is very, very intense for them, because they go into this mode where they just want to fix everything when it comes to you, Divine Feminine. Your energy pushes them into action, okay? And the fact that you're away, or things just feel, you know, as if they're not picking up, or the pace is not picking up, definitely has a toll on them. It plays a heavy part in how they show up, okay? And so I'm definitely picking up on heavy, aloof energy coming through from your person, but they're going through something spiritually at this time, okay? They're being shown something. It's almost like their soul is bringing something back to the forefront, and showing them themselves in this connection, and kind of validating the role that they play here, because a lot of times they question the validity when things don't go okay, or when you are on a, you know, a good streak, and then, you know, the energy kind of dwindles, and the lack of consistency, it plays on their heartstrings as well. And so they're at a place right now where maybe they're praying or asking for confirmation or validation of this connection, and they're being shown the risk that they took to be with you. They're being shown the barriers that they had to overcome to be with you, okay? And they maybe even feel like you don't even have an idea of what it is that the energy that they put into you and into this connection here. Maybe they haven't verbalized, maybe this is something they haven't shared with you, but I feel like they're at this moment where they're seeking, you know, validation for their feelings, and also for how they feel about you. So this is a very, very beautiful energy. It's kind of like them asking you, Divine Feminine, to maybe take a look at their side of the journey, and to understand what it is that they're navigating through. Also understanding that you both are on this journey together. This is not something that, you know, is an individual thing. You both are feeling the intensity, the energy flows from you to your masculine, you know? And so being the feminine energy, you definitely pick up a lot of what it is they're going through. So if you're feeling heaviness, this is definitely why. Okay, they're having a hard time navigating this, being away from you, okay? Not having the chemistry, being, you know, at a certain level, feeling like they even have to hold back from you, where when this is not your natural flow, okay? You're someone who is incredibly nurturing to your person. They feel as if you have this element to you where they can be themselves, where they can really, really show up and have no filter. Maybe they have to heavily censor themselves in their worlds, or, you know, to the people around them. But when it comes to you, they may actually shock you a bit with the things that they say. But this is just, you know, highlighting their level of comfort with you. This is something that's really pulling on them and something that they're missing, okay? Let's get the next message here. There's like some construction or something in the background, so I don't know what that sound is. You can disregard it. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message we have is, am I wrong for feeling this way? Yeah. They're asking themselves a lot of questions, Divine Feminine. Okay, really, really analyzing something. But more importantly, what I see here is a masculine who has grown, okay? Because anytime you get to this place where you're able to look back at your actions, you're able to identify certain things within a connection, within yourself, their soul or a higher power is bringing this to the forefront, because they actually have the tools to unpack this now. This is beautiful energy, okay? And I'm getting the word hidden, okay, very clearly. So there could be something else that your person is keeping hidden from you emotionally. And I'm also getting mutual. So this may be something that you both may be feeling emotionally that you haven't expressed. But there's this sort of protective energy coming through where you feel like no one else can have access to your person the way that you do, okay? Even if things may appear some way on the outside, what you both feel on the inside for one another is enough validation for the both of you. But your person wants you to know that they do have moments where they have to question themselves, or they have to question if they're wrong for feeling like you are theirs, Divine Feminine. And this is not in a possessive way at all, okay? But this goes back to this feeling, okay, this intense pull that they felt toward you. Whatever that was, that literally made you the center of their lives. And this is what they base their emotions on. And that's really all the confirmation that they need. So while they are at a distance from you at this time, you may be wondering how they're feeling and how they're viewing you and your connection. And whether you know it or not, they still carry you with them every single day. So the merging of your energies has already taken place. And this is something that they had to get used to. Literally feeling your presence in their day-to-day lives, even though you may not be there, even though they may reach out for you and you're not there, they still feel you in a very real way, okay? And they know that a higher power is bringing something to their attention about you, about themselves, or about your connection anytime they feel this intense rush of energy right now. But right now, they're being shown things that they view totally different. And this is very confirming, okay? So this is confirming a lot of things that they've always known to be true to your connection, because they tend to question themselves a lot, okay? So this is definitely giving you a deeper look into how they're currently processing everything and what it is that they think about and what runs through their mind when they are away from you, okay? Your energy is literally consuming them at this time. And the thoughts of you are intrusive. I know a lot of feminine energy, you can relate to this. It's like you'll have moments where you randomly think about your person and you can't control it, and it feels so intense. Almost like you can reach out and touch them. Very powerful energy. The energetic bond that you share is just off the charts, okay? So there's definitely been a sacred merging that's already happened, which kind of is tying you both together right now, okay? But your person definitely has been questioning and asking themselves, are they wrong for kind of feeling this protective kind of energy towards you? The same energy that they felt when they pursued you from the very, very beginning, no matter what was standing in their way, okay? But whatever it was, whether you know it or not, it was something massive, okay? That's coming through very clear, to the point where they feel like they took a huge risk in pursuing you, in aligning with you, in loving you, okay? And so I feel like they're at this time where, you know, they need confirmation that they did the right thing, okay? And so they've been asking themselves, maybe they're asking people around them that they feel really comfortable with, am I wrong, you know, for feeling this way? Very powerful energy. Let's get the last message here. Okay, so the last message we have here is, I know exactly who you are to me. Wow. Okay, yeah. This message, Divine Feminine, is coming directly from their heart space. This energy right here that's coming through with this reading is something that your masculine has really been wanting to communicate with you for a very, very long time. And what they're experiencing while away from you. For some of you, you could even be present within your connection, but you just feel like something has their attention or their energy. And what they're experiencing right now literally has their heart wide open. And the thoughts that they're having are not by accident. They absolutely needed to see what it is that they're seeing about your connection, okay? And this is someone who made a decision to pursue you. And once they made that decision, they knew that they could not go back from it. But if they were to be 100% honest with you, there were some things that they were not honest about, okay? And these are the things that were standing in the way of them having access to you, or a much deeper access to you. And where they sit right now, everything is sort of coming together. Everything is making sense right now, because they were questioning why things happened the way that they did. Simply because your masculine feels like they were led in your direction by a higher power. And so that automatically to them made this connection with you the right connection. It automatically made you the right person for them, okay? And so I feel like no matter what they were up against, no matter what they may have been dealing with behind the scenes, and I'm mostly picking up on the emotional readiness of it all, okay? They felt like they definitely jumped headfirst into this connection, kind of seeking to validate what they were feeling for you. And they want you to know that no matter where you are right now, okay, they know who you are to them, okay, on every level. But this is definitely heavy spiritual energy coming through right now. They definitely feel like they took a risk by being with you. They feel like they risked it all to be with you. So although they're being bombarded with thoughts at this time, this is major confirmation for them, which has them looking deep within their heart space and analyzing how they've been showing up in your connection lately, okay? Because it feels like what was once an extremely warm, really effortless kind of connection has turned cold over time. And this is giving you a look at why they may have been showing up in this way. And so now that they've been able to properly process everything, but most importantly, their own actions, okay? It's like they want to get back to how things were with you, okay? This is a masculine that misses you, Divine Feminine. They miss every single thing about you, but more so your spirit, you know, the energy that was emanating within this connection. And for some reason, right now, it's very important. It's very important for them, for you to know how much they invested in this connection with you. I feel like they could feel that that's where the disconnect comes. Maybe you question how they feel. Maybe you question, you know, how much energy and effort that they put in on their side. And you have no idea. It's the way the energy is coming through. It's like they want you to know that whatever it is they had to overcome, they put all of it on the back burner and kind of rushed into you. Maybe not even thinking everything all the way through, which may have led up to the delays. It may very well have trickled over or spilled over into your connection and actually where you are right now, okay? But whatever they're shown, whatever's being shown to them, has provided them with massive clarity, okay? And also a major confirmation, something that they needed, okay, in order for them to navigate your connection in a better way, okay? For some reason, I'm getting to pull another card. This masculine may have a lot to say to you, okay? There's a lot that they want to express and get off of their chest. There could be heavy repression as it pertains to this connection, or them feeling like they have to stuff things down, maybe even feeling like they want to impress you a little bit, Divine Feminine, by keeping certain things back, not really wanting to, you know, rattle you, kind of worried about how you will respond to them in this way here. I feel like that was their energy initially, but they're definitely shifting and looking at how they, you know, operated in this connection, and definitely wanting to change up the energy a bit, okay? All right, so let's get one more. Wow. We have we're in too deep. Yeah, this is someone who absolutely cares about you and just feels like this connection is so important to them, okay? They are absolutely in love with you, Divine Feminine, okay? And I keep getting there is no going back. So this may be how you both feel at this time, okay? Too much has happened, okay? Or they feel like what they've experienced with you was a little bit too intimate, or that you may have way more access than they were willing to give anyone else. So when they think about your connection and when they think about you, they want you to know that the only way that you can go is forward, okay? Too much has been done, too much has been said, and this is even why, you know, a little bit of that defensive energy was coming through when it comes to you, Divine Feminine, because they literally feel deep within their heart space that you were made for them and they were made for you. So there is no other logical explanation for why things happened and unfolded the way that they did. So I definitely feel like this is your masculine coming through, kind of reiterating what's already been expressed in the reading here, just letting you know that what you have is sacred, okay? That they view it as sacred as well. And when they think about their future, they see you there with them. Wow. There is such clarity coming through with this energy here. So your connection may definitely be going through an energetic cleansing that you both feel is long overdue, okay? And it definitely feels like this is something they want to speak to you about, because this level of clarity, this is divine clarity, okay? And this comes after really processing everything with an open mind and an open heart. So whatever it was that they were closed off to seeing in the past, maybe the way that they navigated, maybe the way that, you know, they engaged you, the way that they showed up in the connection here, they've been shown it from a different perspective, from a higher level of consciousness, which means that the energy is cleansing and clearing, and this connection is elevating, okay, to another level, no matter if you are, you know, at a distance from one another, because I'm picking up on no contact, okay? So, you know, maybe there's a lag in the communication, maybe the communication has kind of phased out, but yeah, this is something that your person is processing emotionally. So if they do appear aloof, if they appear like they're in their head a little bit here, this is what they're processing mentally and emotionally, okay? And I feel like they may be waiting for the right opportunity or trying to figure out if you're ready for this exchange as well, Divine Feminine. So depending on where you are mentally and emotionally, there may be an opportunity for you both to kind of open this up, okay? And really talk about how your feelings have developed over time, and you know what's really been transpiring, the healing process of it all, you know, while you have been apart, okay? All right, loves, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you resonated with this message, be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.